What's up, and welcome back to Interpreting the Stars. For today, we're bringing it right back to our Terminator preparation marathon with Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, otherwise known as the first Terminator film that no longer exists in the main canon. Tell you what, though, I remember loving this one. I saw it in theaters, I read the novelization along with the audiobook, which was great, by the way, because the narrator used an Arnold Schwarzenegger impression, which was just plain entertaining. I never really understood the hate for this movie, but now I kind of do, kind of don't. I'll get into it. All in all, this marathon is moving along with celerity, so let's get cracking. This review is brought to you by the word of the day, celerity, swiftness, or rapid movement. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines has our future killers returning to present day one last time and one final attempt to kill John Connor before the end of the world transpires. This time, though, he can't be found. He's living off the grid, so instead they are targeting his closest in command, hoping that'll be good enough. Leading the kill mission is the new Terminator model, TX, who seems to be a mixture of the T-1000 seen in the last film and Arnold's T-800 model. She can do lots of new tricks, and when she learns John Connor is close by, all bets are off. I would definitely say that this is definitely a fan service film. It was made because they wanted to make another Terminator movie, and the end result isn't terrible. It's revitalized a lot of that fun-spirited atmosphere that you loved about T2, you know, the sense of humor, the high-octane action, and sense of impending doom. It's all there and accounted for. So when I first saw this, I really enjoyed it for what it was. But now that I've seen it several times, I'm able to kind of pick apart where this film finds its flaws. Suddenly, those flaws are like a giant neon sign pointing at the film saying, "Problems lie ahead." At least that's how it is when you actually sit down, think about it, because T2 was a significantly wonderful film. It ended Judgment Day from happening, and the events of Terminator 3 kind of lessens and underplays the significance of what they did in that movie. It makes it as if all the hard work they pulled off in T2 was all for nothing, and because they just wanted to make T3, which was not as good of a movie. I honestly think, in general, it atmospherically feels like a high-budget made-for-TV film, while T2 felt cinematically unforgettable. Then you have the explanation as to why Judgment Day still happens, which was a very quick, blink-and-you'll-miss-it cop-out excuse, which was simply, you didn't stop it, you simply delayed it. Judgment Day is inevitable. At the time when I first saw it, I was like, yes, that makes so much sense, it's brilliant, I love it, but after watching this movie directly after the second one, I can see just how much it kind of spits on the predecessor. It's like, what's even the point of that second movie? I'm not going to tell you. It doesn't make sense, though, because it does explain itself. But in the context of a trilogy, it really does end up being problematic. If you are to watch this movie on its own, though, without really thinking about its implications in the trilogy as a whole, you'll probably enjoy yourself. As an independent film, I think it still works. The action is really good, some of the best the series has had, bar none. The visuals are really good. Again, some of them were better than the first or second movie, and the subtleness of the sound mixing was really, really smart too. This is the first time in the series a Terminator was sent into the past, and when he stands up, you can slightly hear the crackling of the metal under his skin, which is just subtle enough to believe he isn't human. Also, the story about attacking John Connor's first in command because they can't find him was also kind of original. The first and second movie were essentially carbon copies of one another story-wise, but this was different, which was cool. I'm not going to bash absolutely everything about the film because that's not warranted. You only really find the problems in the film when you think about it in the context of a trilogy instead of looking at it as its own thing. Take that as you will. Guys, what did I score Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines? 71%. 71 out of 100 possible stars, granting it the letter grade of C-. If you're curious on where this ranks as a Terminator movie, it's currently in last place, which shocked the crap out of me because it wasn't this low before. But we're only halfway done. I'm curious about what you guys think about T3 though. Are you a fan of this somewhat controversial film in the series, or are you somebody that just can't stand it? Let me know below. As for YouTube, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button if you like this review and would like to see some more like it. Hit the thumbs up button because that always helps out my channel. And don't forget about that little bell icon, which helps notify you when I come out with my next review. And until then, peace out!